Well, Warren Buffett is urging Wells Fargo to look beyond Wall Street for its next CEO, according to the Financial Times. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is Wells Fargo's single largest shareholder. Joining us now, Yahoo Finance's Brian Cheung with more details about this. And he's saying not only look outside the company, look outside Wall Street. Forget the investment banks, right?
Yeah, he said specifically, don't even look at JP Chase or Goldman Sachs. And as you do mention, it is Warren Buffett, the head of Berkshire Hathaway, that told the Financial Times that they should be looking outside of the company and even outside of Wall Street, saying, quote, they just have to come from someplace outside Wells and they shouldn't come from Wall Street. They probably shouldn't come from JP or Goldman Sachs. Obviously, this is coming as there are some rumors on the street and also some analyst buzz about interest in former Goldman Sachs president and COO Harvey Schwartz, in addition to perhaps JP Chase CFO Marianne Lake. There's even some rumors that perhaps they could look outside of those two firms to perhaps PNC Financial Services CEO, that's Bill Demchak. So there's a lot of names that are currently floating around. Just to back up a little bit, it was Tim Sloan who actually decided that he would retire from Wells Fargo last month. His actual ascendancy to the CEO position was heavily criticized in the wake of the 2017 scandal that unearthed all the millions of unauthorized accounts that were opened up without customers' permission. Tim Sloan was CFO of the company during that time, and then he became the CEO, replacing John Stumpf. So obviously the company now trying to face pressure to look outside the company as they look for a replacement.
Yes, which would seem to make sense given that history. But talking of big banks, I know you've been looking into CEO pay compared to the average employee, so that specific pay gap.
Right, so it wasn't so long ago that we got proxy statements from all the companies disclosing exactly how much the bank CEOs made in 2018, and the numbers were pretty staggering. They made a pretty penny for 2018. JP Chase head Jamie Dimon, I believe we have the numbers, made $30 million in 2018. At Citigroup, also $24 million. That's Michael Corbat. Bank of America, $23 million. And then Wells Fargo, that was Tim Sloan, again, headed out the door. That was $18 million. And all of these numbers are rubbing up against the high average of $30 million that the big bank CEOs at these four companies netted in 2006, right before the financial crisis got worse. And actually, these companies are also required to release the ratio of CEO pay relative to the average employee at that company. And the average company for all companies was around 144 times. That's the amount that the CEO makes relative to the average worker. At the four big banks that I just described, that average is 350 times. That means that the CEOs at those companies make 350 times on average more than a worker at their respective companies. So a big difference. And as you do mention, there will be a large hearing on Wednesday morning with the big bank CEOs. I imagine that will be part of the discussion as well.
All right,
yeah,
Brian.
that's a safe bet.
A big topic or a big sledgehammer coming down on the heads of some of these people. Thank you very much, Brian. Yousef, let me ask you about this. What's wrong, if anything, with the CEOs making so much more than, I think it was JP Chase pointed out that they have employees making $31,000 a year. Do the math, they're making $15 an hour. They're getting minimum wage, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first part of this is Jamie Dimon essentially runs a small country. Right.
Well, he's the best banker in the country. I mean, people believe that. So.
And I think that not only the backlog that he manages, and it speaks for itself, right? This is a guy who entered, made it through the financial crisis, made it through several other crises. I'm sure you guys remember the JP whale, all these. Yeah. So he has been tested and tried time and time again, and he seems to have the right response, right? So it's hard to criticize someone like that has done a great job. The stock market, rally, the rally in JP you can say all of this stuff is linked.
It's hard to to be fair, it's hard to criticize him as if you're a shareholder of JP.
Thank you.
But there are certainly criticisms that can be made of not just him. He's certainly not alone.
Practices
in
of this bank
of
under
course.
His leadership.
Right.
I mean, this is the entire Buffett question, right? They are searching for credibility across Wall Street because they're trying to get Wall Street out of the light of just being well paid and to take an old blank fine doing God's work when
let's make something clear too. Warren Buffett, all banks are tied to Wall Street in some factor of the matter. The PNC Bank CEO, he may not have an office in downtown New York City, but we're all tied there. Yeah. You can't go out there and hire a candy bar CEO to go run Wells Fargo.
But could you hire? How preposterous would this be, or would this be a path they should pursue? Sheila Bair You know, she was the head of the regulatory agency which oversaw the banks. Why not? Why not reach out to someone like a Sheila Bair at Wells Fargo?
Or a woman, period, or a person of color?
I mean, I think all of these are great questions. I think the hesitation with someone like Sheila Bair, someone on the regulatory side, is how quickly are they going to adapt to the environment that is? One thing that we've learned from all business, banking included, is if you're not going to do a deal, someone else may, right? So if you're JP Morgan and you're not willing to take something on, then a lesser bank may step in and fill that need where you are creating a void. And you know, there are going to be questions asked by your shareholders, hey, why aren't we pursuing these things? Think about the financial crisis. It was all born off of, well, these people are willing to lend no income, no asset. Are you willing to lend no income, no asset? Why are they seeing loan growth at X and you're seeing it at Y? And so that prudence sometimes, it comes out of the equation because you just see your competitors around you. Well, what do I have to do to be competitive, right?